Hello, all of my little itty bitty storms on YouTube, and we are going to be doing some. We're gonna be working more on George's model, just for experience and for giggles. Because I think it would be funny to just pull out a George model. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out what is it, speech to text to speech, and then I think that would be funny to, because then you guys could get your George stream. I know you guys have been talking about having a George stream. At least everyone here on Twitch really wants a George stream, so that would be a whole George video. It would just only be George, right, George? Yeah. But about time. Oh my god. Yeah, see. Speaking of which, if you would like to interact with the live chat, I am live Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I think I'll be streaming like around 2 p.m. Sometimes I stream at 1:30 and sometimes I stream at 1:40, so sometimes it's usually around about 2 is when I stream. But yeah, and then you can interact with the live chat. You can get the cool accessible emo followers, and you can be throwing shit at me if you want. uh, and if you're watching on YouTube and you like my content and you want to share it to other people, please do consider a subscribe, like, and hit that bell notification when a new video drops. Alright, I think oh yeah, and if you'd like to support me, check me out on Ko-Fi, and I have commissions open. And if you want to have a cool VTuber model like this, you can hit me up. Oh yeah, wait, before I forget, hold on, let me just do this really quickly. Ow! Seriously? Seriously? You guys are awful. You guys are awful. Speaking of which, so here's some. Oh shit! Hold on. Okay. Yeah, let me just do this really quickly and turn this off just really briefly. I've never. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, let me just. So here's my commission page. Blah blah blah. Cool. Awesome. Nice. Nice. But anyways, so they have this new thing on the commission site where you can tell me more specifically what you want, which is so great. I love this. So not only do you get to tell me, by the way, it's completely like, you can give me a nickname. You don't have to give me your real name. It's also, I don't get to see your email. I don't get to see any of that. So it's all very, like, very nice. So if you, want to commission me anything, for anything, it's like, you can just, it's very easy. And then I get it into my email. This is like a third party, I get all the money, from this as well. But yeah. But this is cool. They added this. I love it. And it makes it so much easier because then when you guys request something from me, then you guys can be more specific about what you want. For example, emotes. People would have to tell me what emote pack that they wanted. Now you can just pick one. Now you can just pick. You don't have to tell me. You can just pick and this will tell me. And I'm like so happy. You can tell how happy I am from this. I'm so happy that they inputted this in. Oh my gosh, I hate this, but yeah. And here's some of my stuff and models and things. But yeah, it makes it so much easier now to be able to know what you guys want. Especially for like these ones, because then it makes it easier to be more specific. So then I know what you guys are using this for. So yeah, there's that cool thing. Alright, let's change back over. There you go. But yeah, I just wanted to show that off really quickly, just because Yeah. Uh, I honestly, when I saw that, I was like, yes! This is gonna make it so much easier, because then I don't have to ask you guys a bunch of questions. Because sometimes people will commission me, and then I'll be like, what exactly do you want? Because sometimes people can be very vague. Sometimes people can be very vague. Also, I think you guys saw this on Twitter. I also did post it in my Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, you can. Um, I have Tears of the Kingdom VTuber assets available for people. Uh, these are free. These are free. I know it doesn't say it, but it is free. Because Nintendo, I would get in a lawsuit with Nintendo if I didn't just make it free. So these are available. They're really cool. Actually, I can show them off now. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. I clicked on the wrong thing. Hold on, I can't see it. Yeah, so let me just put let me put one of these on for you. No, not that. There we go. Let me put one of these babies on. I know for the most part, I feel like people would mainly get it because of Sidon here. So I know it's very huge, it's just because of the way of how I made it. But there. You can wear like a Sidon hoodie. So when you're playing like Tears of the Kingdom, you can be wearing some of the latest fashion. But yeah, and you can make it like a small if your character is like really small. I did make the hood as not proportional, but like how I thought it was, and I did use a lot of references to make sure that I made them correctly. So that they would be able to embody what the characters are. So yeah, right now it's just the side characters because I just wanted to only do the side characters. But I also am working on. Yeah, I'm also working on a few others. This is a Korok. But I have Zelda, 2 versions of Zelda, so then you can, you know, do whatever. I got Link. I just have the casual, mostly the casual forms. And of course we have Daddy Ganon. I had to do Daddy Ganon. I had to do Ganon. So these will probably be finished and completed either later today. Probably not later today, but maybe tomorrow. And those will be available as well. So if you're playing Tears of the Kingdom or anything like that, yeah. And those are on my Ko-Fi shop. I just wanted to point those out. And if we finish up the George, we will actually be working on this. So you can kind of see a little bit of the behind the scenes to working on that kind of stuff. I might make more streams where I make like Ko-Fi shop merch so that then you guys can see all the progress that goes into making them. But yeah. Love when my model breaks because I'm trying to finish my coffee. My coffee's done. Hey. But yeah, without further ado, let's actually get into doing George's model. Alright, so it's gonna be embody. Yeah. So this is the one thing that I've been thinking about, is if I should put George's arms in the separation behind the skirt or in front of it. You know, the interesting thing is I've been looking at a lot of different VTuber models because sometimes like I just look at VTuber model showcases in order to be a better modeler, but also just a better rigger in general. And a lot of people always keep it that the arm goes behind the body. Just because I guess it's easier when you're rigging things to have it go behind so it doesn't look weird. But also I did notice that a lot of people like make it so that the arms never touch the body, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird. But you know, to each rigger has their own way of doing things, and each and it depends how the model's made. But again, like, sometimes I see how people are rigging stuff, and I'm like, you guys know that you can move the folders, right? And like, it's layered like a Photoshop file. But by the way, we will be like pushing this out as a Photoshop. I'm glad that Clip Studio can actually push it out as a Photoshop, because Live 2D only accepts Photoshop. I don't know if they've updated it. I have to see, because I don't have the. Well, I think it's like they're now in beta version 5 of Clip Studio of not Clip Studio. They're in version 5 of Live 2D. I'm not in that version yet, but I think it's in beta. That's the thing. When the full version comes out, I will be totally downloading it because it has dark mode. I'm so happy. Because sometimes I'm rigging in the middle of the night and it's blinding white, and I'm like, ugh. That's why I like that Clip Studio is always in constant dark mode. That's default. Anyways, so let's get the arms. Now, because the arms are basically going to be the same on each side, I think the arm I'm going to pick is going to be this arm to do it. So we're going to basically reverse it so I can draw this arm, and it'll be mirrored over on the other side. Because this is just higher, so that will lead to more. You know what? Actually, I'm going to change my mind. We're going to do on this arm. But what we're going to do here, we're going to go in here and just change it a little bit. There we go. Okay. I will say, anybody that's like, oh, you're using a 3D model. The 3D model is like really, really helpful. I'm gonna be honest, if you're a Clip Studio artist and you are like a modeler and stuff, like honestly, this is really helpful. It's so helpful. It's at least helpful to me, definitely. So, first thing, I want to actually put this down so we can get that overlap that happens. I usually make a lot of overlap just in case. The more overlap, the better. See, now it looks better that she actually has her arms. And again with the overlap. Now, the other thing is that sometimes what I'll usually do when I'm making a VTuber model, is I'll make a plain base. Like a base. I can't show mine because I think I would violate TOS, honestly. But for my new yeah, I didn't show you guys. But for my new, because I'm basically, for my birthday, may actually do a full rebrush. I don't know in particularly. It depends. I might do it just for my, 4th year anniversary, because it'll be 4 years of me streaming. Which will be, of course, my re-debut kind of stream. Or not not another re-debut, but it'll be also the anniversary of my re-debut as well. But when I do that, I will be showcasing a new form of my model, which just means one, there's gonna probably be another lore video. It'll probably be way better than what is currently going on, because I'm actually going to be starting to work on it now, so I have a year in order to finish it. Secondly, there will be a new model body type. That means that my entire model will look completely different, because I'll have a brand new body type. And I have to rig, my casual, because my casual is still going to exist, my god one, and a new outfit. So, you're going to get a third one. I guess a third, and also just a third model, because it's like, it's a full model, honestly. Because of what I'm thinking of it being is going to be a very big. Not big in a sense of, like, there's a lot. There's going to be a lot with it. I can tell you this much. That model is going to have wings on it that pop in and out. So I can have it as, like, uncontrolled. Like, you can put wings on me, or you can take my wings away, and it'll have, like, a full animation for the wings. And then there's, like, other things of that model that's just going to be intense. So I think giving myself a year to do it is going to be good. My thing is, have my casual and my god model at least done before my birthday. And then I can have the rest of the time to spend on that other model, because then it's like, well, I already know how these ones work. So, model making is hard. Model making is very hard. And if someone tells you, no, that shit's easy, they're lying to you. Making a live 2D, I'm gonna be honest, making a live 2D model is about the same as making a 3D, just with more steps. Because a 3D model, like, you can, like, build a lot of things really quickly. But honestly, it takes about the same amount of time. Can make this higher. Ooh. Need one that does that. So I'm just trying to do this. There we go. And now we get to do the lovely hands. Now, we're gonna. This is where the true question comes in of what you are supposed to do. This is upper. This is lower. There we go. And then going over to here.
a lot of people usually go like, what's the purpose of like doing this even? Of putting all these, I'd call them more buffer zones. Now it's time to do all the fingers. But hold on. Like the true question of like what does become separated and what doesn't. I will be honest in saying like sometimes you need to separate a lot more than you do. I was like looking at some models and I was like, God damn, that's probably has so many separations on it. And then people wonder why the models are like $2,000. I will say though, I'm gonna say this. Um, there was one time a VTuber got like paid $9,000 for like a model, and honestly, I could find a modeler that would do that for 2,000. And I'm like a modeler and a rigger that would, a modeler that would do it for 2,000, and then the rigger would probably you would have to pay maybe $300 more for the rigging. Well, probably almost about the same. So in total, it'd be like $3,000. I bundle mine together. I'm an artist. I'm a modeler and a rigger, so mine is bundled. So most of the money comes from doing art, and then all the rigging is like pretty simple. I think I spend about maybe 60 hours on rigging, and then I spend about the same amount of time. I spend like maybe 40 hours on doing a model. So yeah. At one point, when I get more experience, I will be raising prices, and the price will probably be between $1,000 to $2,000. Going more than that, I think, is a little too much for people, especially in the current economy. Yeah, I know one like modeler was doing it for like $70 for a model and a rig, and I was like, ah. No, not the model, but for the rig. I was like, what the hell? $70? And then I know I have a friend that's a modeler, and they're like, oh yeah, I do 50. I'm like, what? No, you should be getting paid more for this. If you're doing it as like a hobbyist, like 50, fine. But because I'm a full-time artist, you gotta pay me. The other thing is that I know that a lot of people are probably also going to be using it for commercial use. So it's like there's also you pay into that as well. And if you don't know like what commercial use is, it's basically like saying like, oh well, if they're going to use it to put on shirts or use it as a brand icon, then yeah. And because most VTubers will be using it as like sort of brand icon, yeah. And I will say for George's model, if I had to price it, George, because of the amount of time I have to spend into probably rigging it because it's not symmetrical, George's model, if I was making it for somebody, I would price at maybe about I'm trying to think. I'd price George's model at maybe about 1,000 or like 1,000 something. That means that it would probably be over $1,000, honestly. I say roughly to about 1,000, but honestly, for this kind of particular model, because it wants a unique position, it's gonna have to go a little bit overboard. This is index. But yeah, that I hope that sure that tells you guys a little bit about like how much, because most of it would be just the rigging process. Because I have to rig all of these little bits. I have to do the underneath and the going up and down. How this model would actually be a little bit different in how it's being rigged. Because it's not just a base. It's not just a base standard pose. There's a lot of, I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of modelers actually have a base modeled rig, and then they just put your clothes or your character on top of that. They re-import it in, and basically most of it is already rigged. So all they have to do is just go in and fix things. Me, on the other hand, because I make things like custom to order, that means that your model will be uniquely distinct and will not be based off of a base. It will be distinctively unique. So that's why I say like I include multiple different body types, because I make them distinctly unique. So when whoever wants models, yeah, all your models will be uniquely distinct to you. Your body type would be one of a kind. Of course, like with most models, we just say like most models are one of a kind, but honestly, they have the same base. It's like I guess the best analogy is most modelers are have like a doll base. So like imagine doll customization, okay? Most doll customizers just usually find a doll and they use that as a base. And then most of the work is already done for them. They don't have to make it from scratch. Me, I make the entire doll from scratch. That's kind of like the customizer I am. So it's when I say your stuff is fully customizable, your stuff is literally fully customizable. And I know, like, some people would be like, oh, you're just trying to sell your stuff. It's like, no, I want that to be my thing. I am literally a rigger and a modeler that will make your stuff from scratch. And yeah, so that's why my slots are so minimal. Like, I think I only have, like, 5 slots for things, because I don't want to be boggled down with so much, because basically I have to, whoever comes in first, I have to model and rig their stuff, and then I have to move on to the next person. And so your model and rig could take like from a month to like 2 months, depending on what you want. Because honestly, the model I can have finished in like 2-3 days max. The rigging is what takes the longest amount of time to do. Because if you want some crazy shit, yeah, it's gonna cost a pretty penny. This is the middle. And this I have to guesstimate what the finger would look like. Yeah. A lot of time and effort does go into making a model. Well, not the model, but the rig. But I will say, I don't understand modelers that just do models, for the most part, because you're just doing the model, you're not doing all the rig stuff. And then I see some people that are like, that charge so much for just the model. And it's like, why? I could understand a model being justified for maybe $1,000, but I've seen some people that model for like $3,000. I'm like, okay, if it's like a really crazy model, but something like this model, I can't justify it being $3,000. If I was just being a modeler, I cannot justify this being 3,000. Just my own personal purview. Also, I think I want to redo the palm here. So hold on, I'm gonna redo the palm. Yeah, if you guys have like any questions about modeling and stuff, I mean, I've only just recently started mainly doing modeling, like a few months ago. Well, not a few months ago. Yeah. There we go. And all we need to do is kind of put a necklace on. I put the necklace here just so that this wouldn't be completely empty up here. But, I mean, the design, again, the design is very minimal. That's why I cannot justify this being, like, over $2,000. Over, like, $2,000. Do this. Just got out of the shower. Hello, welcome in, Jose. Gotta go run an errand to get my dice. Yeah, you go get those dice. Oh, before you go, after stream, I'm getting Tears of the Kingdom. My mom and I are gonna go out and we're gonna get Tears of the Kingdom and see what Zelda stuff they have at GameStop. Oh yeah, didn't you tell me that it was like $900? No cake pop? What do you mean no cake pop? I want a cake pop though. Why can I not? Why do you deprive me? Why do you deprive me of my cake pops? Huh? Why do you deprive me of cake pops? You guys think he's so good to me. No, he's not. He deprives me of cake pops. Huh. Did you seriously just type that? Yeah, Jose do be out here blue balling me, man. Blue balling me with cake pops. There you go. Alright, we can turn off the sketch. And now we can see that we just have a very basic model. But we gotta go in and render it. You know the great thing is about so I'm so glad that I realized that apparently you can clip multiple different things to like one. I'll bring you chicken nuggies. I want chicken nuggies. I want some nuggies. Honestly, I did eat before I started streaming, but I know I'm gonna be hungry after stream. But yeah. But basically how the nose is, you see that the nose is rendered? Yeah, we're gonna do that to everything. Now, the one thing I do want to do... So, we're gonna render this like one bit at a time. McDonald's chicken? Yes! Well, maybe not McDonald's, but... So we're gonna go kind of like down the list. And bear in mind, this is how I do models. This is just how I shade and render them. Now, when I'm doing art, I do shade. I usually use a different brush to shade and render them. But for this, we're going to be using just my regular default coloring brush. But for my other art that you've noticed me doing, that I use a completely different brush for. Because that's like standard art and stuff like that. The only reason I don't use it to make the models is because it's very textured, and as much as it's cool, it's, yeah. Also, Tabby's taking a month off for her surgery this morning, was her last stream. Aww, yeah, I know, I saw that on Twitter that today was her last stream. Oh, for those that don't know, Tabby Cat is an awesome, cool person who's commissioned me for some things, and she's getting some surgery done, and I hope she does well. I do. I do hope her surgery goes really well. It'll help her with like a lot of things. So, but anyway, so without further ado, we're gonna render. So, how I usually do this is, I wish that there was an easier way, but I usually just turn everything off. It's just easier. So then I can go strand by strand. Because then I can just do this. So I know this is in front, and so when I'm making the model, I usually have it separated when highlighting and shading, but when I know that the highlighting and shading won't matter, for example, my hair, all the highlighting and shading is actually on, and the color is all on one layer, because I knew that the shading wouldn't change. There's only a few cases where the shading underneath changes, which is like the neck shade because of your head and all that. Critical World did Tears of the Kingdom one shot last night. Ooh, that's cool. But yeah, so that's just how I usually shade models. Danny Mercer voices Ganondorf. So Nintendo said promotion. I mean, yeah. I mean, they should have thought of that from the freaking start, man. No, something I want to try, just really quickly, is how this would look if I did it with my usual texture brush. Let me just put it on multiply. Because again, this gives it a painterly design, but sometimes...
He doesn't need a voice, he needs to go back into the dehydrator.
Yes, George. Yes, George. He does need to go back into the dehydrator. I just want to test out how this looks. Like, I mean, it looks fine, but it makes it look blurry. That's the other problem. Is like, if it was like a piece, like that's being painted and painterly or whatever, it just, I don't know. But it makes it look blurry. Now, if it's a piece, it's like, it makes sense, but because it's supposed to be a model, usually you don't really want that. As that, I can get the same effect with my current brush. It's like, models do have to be a little bit more clean, so I can't really use that brush on it. I would love to, but I don't think it would really work. And see, that looks great. And again, we have the shade here so that it's getting that shadow. Now, what some people might do is actually separate this shadow from the hair to have it be a separate shadow, but because this part of her hair isn't gonna be that bouncy, it wouldn't really make sense. This is just how I do it again. If I find out that maybe separating it would be better, then I do. No, not Glow Dodge. And then sometimes I'll just do this. This is the next one. No. Yeah, most of the coloring process just goes into doing all the shading. Remember why I don't really like doing models on stream. Honestly, the rendering part is the part that takes the longest to do because it's the shittiest part. Honestly, it is the shittiest part to do because it's, again, you're just like focusing on trying to remember what to render. Do that. I will say some people like make their shading for their hair like really overcomplicated, and I'm just like, yeah, you're just doing more work for yourself. Hooray! I guess this also depends on what the client wants the character to look like. You look at how much of a difference that is. I mean, rendering does always make a difference, no matter what you do. But I will say, like, rendering a model compared to, like, rendering, like, a picture is way different because you have to go into each of those parts and render each one of those different parts. Now, what some people do is, some people are able to just, like, you know, make the model and then like make basically a picture, then separate it out, and they're fine. But it's like in Photoshop that works just fine. But in Clip Studio there can actually be some problems because what Clip does is it will make a little 1 pixel, a 1 pixel separation line between them. So you have to go back in and redraw it. But if you need it to be symmetrical on either side, it's not gonna work right. Especially if you already have them separated to left and right sides. It's just not gonna work. So that's why I keep all the left and right sides like this. So then it makes it easier. So all I have to do is render one side. I might have to shade, use the blur on both sides, but other than that, like the shading will be done on both sides. Also, I think what I need to do really quickly is go back in here. I'm just gonna do that. So that makes it look like it's going off more. Way too big of a soft brush. There we go. Things like that. It's actually, we can keep them. We can keep them. And then again, multiply. And okay. I thought it clicked on something else. That. We're gonna do it. Okay, so I'm going into a part of it. You gotta go back and play with things. No, that's not what I want. just give it some. Okay, so this one's here. There you go. And that means that this will be, well, we can, this will be perfect. Oh, look at that. Wait until we render the rest of the body, because once you start rendering the rest of the body, then it'll start looking way better the more you render it compared to it being flat. Actually, I'm debating whether or not to show you guys what my other model will look like a year from now. Because I already have the model done. Or I'm like really debating if I should just move over to doing something else. Because, oh, this is gonna take a while. Unless you guys want to see the progress of it being completed. Also, by the way, I technically never really shade the hairline. I could shade it, but what most people do to shade the hairline, just so is what they do is, you know, they put like that origin of where all the hair comes from. And that's what they do. And then they leave all of this like blank. Honestly, to me, I just don't shade it really. The only reason I don't really shade the hairline anymore is because, as you can tell, like, I have my short hair as it is. It doesn't need anything really more But there are some people that go in and they shade the hell out of it, and I'm like, hey, more to you, man. But not all the hairline needs to be shaded. I guess it depends on what the person wants or what the person will need. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna delete that because we don't need that anymore. Oh. I do at least. So the nose is already done. We do eyes. The irises are done. Flesh is not done. I need to... You know what I forgot on her? You know what I forgot? I forgot eyebrows. I'm like, there's something that seems to be missing on this model. What is it? Eyebrows. Also, I don't know why, but I feel like the eyes should be further down. Just like slightly. I forgot brows. We are going to pretend they always had brows. You just never saw them. Come on. There we go. There were always brows. The funny thing is, with or without, you're never gonna really see him. It'd be very weird to see the brows, apparently. There we go. Brows. Alright, let's take this. Get down a tad. So, yeah, those are lashes. I need the flesh. Okay. Oh, I'm on the wrong way in this one. Oh, well, that's fucking great. So I can't do it like that. That's shitty. That's shitty. I guess we're just gonna have to do it this way. Wait, what is this? Oh my gosh. Oh. Well, I don't have a mod anymore. Apparently. My mod's Wi-Fi is gone, apparently. What is this? Oh. I guess I'm going to be streaming today. There you go. Just gotta make sure that the eyes look a little fine. But yeah. And then go into the head. And surgeons with things here. I want to make sure. Oh god. When I already want stream to be over. You know it's bad when I already want stream to be over. Oops. When you're doing shading, I think a lot of people forget that you have to have like shading that exceeds beyond the bounds of just the head. So then when you turn or your head moves up and stuff like that, you can get an accurate like thing. Chatting while I walk over to GameStop. Okay. Wi-Fi in the house is being fixed. That's at least your Wi-Fi is being fixed. Oh yeah. I like it. I hate when it does this. Um, yeah, I disconnected like twice during D&D. It's been consistent for a week. Yeah. Yeah, at least no more disconnecting when you're streaming, eh? Actually, I'm gonna make this clip over this. No, it's just better to just do this. There you go. And then we're gonna do some blush. What? I don't know why my Texas twang accent came out with that blush. I'm gonna use some blush. There you go. I think the McFlurry machine works today. Did you know that there's an app for that? There's a legitimate app that you can check now to check if the McFlurry machine at a particular store works. It's great. It's the best thing ever invented.
I'm shocked. Oh my gosh. I know. It always is. It's always a good day when the McFlurry machine works. Oh, you know what the funny thing is? Let me talk to you guys about this. So the when I used to go to high school, a long time ago, there was a McDonald's on my way home from school, and during the summertime, or when it started getting really hot, I would always go and I would get a McFlurry. And that McFlurry machine, every single freaking day, it was never broken. I never, and I mean never, ended up having the McFlurry machine that was broken. Maybe one day, but for the most part, it always worked. Lies? No, I'm not lying. I eventually switched to actually liking their what was it? Their McCafe stuff, and I ended up getting like a frappe, a McFrapp, a McFrapp or something like that. So I ended up buying that, so I never ended up buying McFlurries anymore. But yeah, it always worked. I always saw people with McFlurries, so yeah, it always worked. And when people told me stories about the McFlurry machine never working, I was like, what do you mean? It always works. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, the McFlurry near me always works. And all of them looked at me with disbelief. I'm like, guys, you just gotta go to the right ones. You just gotta go. You gotta know what the right ones that always work. And the only way that could have worked is because somebody knew how to clean the McFlurry machine properly, and that they paid that person adequately to stay there. I don't know if it works anymore now, but yeah, when I was going to high school, I never had to suffer with the McFlurry I never had to suffer that. I never suffered that in my entire life. You just gotta have them connections, you know? Speaking of McDonald's, I introduced a friend to a Japanese commercial. Oh, it's the... I know which commercial you're talking about. I know the fact I know which commercial you're talking about. I know exactly what commercial you're talking about. Oh, this is on the runway. Yeah, Japanese commercials. Oh, you're just talking about Japanese commercials in general. Oh yeah, Japanese commercials are super unhinged. If none of y'all have seen a Japanese commercial, please go and check a Japanese commercial out. They are, they're crazy. They're fun, but they're crazy.
Hello there.
Oh my god. Oh, oh, thank you for the save, Fox. Goddamn Fox. Hi. You totally didn't spook me. Totally didn't scare me. Oh my god. I'm slowly but surely working on rendering. How's art? Art not good. Do you mean art or me? Art's going good. We finally finished the model here, man. Yes is not an answer. Yeah, we finally finished the model. But me, you scared me. If I had a heart monitor on, I feel like it would go to like 1,000 or something. But yeah, look at that. It looks weird. It's no, it's okay. I needed it. I'm like slightly tired. I think it's just because it's a Friday that I'm just a little bit, you know, ready for the weekend situation. So, but yeah. Finish up my model. Have to cut it out now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I pre-cut all of my stuff. It's easier. It's so much easier just have it already pre-separated, because then all I have to do is just like separate the sides. So much easier. Anyways, I think the face is all rendered. Alright, time to move on to the body. Like to see only change I'm going make is something. Oh yeah, you know what? I just want to ask really quickly. Do you guys want to see what my updated model is gonna look like? It's not really big spoilers. The only spoilers I can't show is like something else. Here, let me just turn off. I'm gonna go black. Hold on. All this is gonna go black. Yes. Okay. Hold on. I just gotta open it up to make sure it doesn't have the super secret sketch. Because I'm getting like a brand new I'm doing a brand new outfit as well. This will be a year. This will be a year from now. Okay. I'm giving myself a long time to work on it so I can update the model to what I want it to be. And of course, like, the more models I do, the better I'll get at doing stuff. So, here. I just gotta make sure that it doesn't show anything because I haven't touched this in a while. Okay. You guys ready? Y'all ready? YouTube, you ready? Don't worry, it's nothing nude. And ta-da! I updated some of the shading. Yeah. I updated a lot of things. So my ears look a little bit more pointed. That's one thing. I actually almost forgot to do the cuffs, so I put the ear cuffs in a different position. My nose is a lot smaller. I just like ended up just doing fixing a lot of things that I didn't originally like with my model. I feel like I was so close to accidentally clicking on the super secret sketch. I'm so glad I looked down, or else you guys would have seen the super secret. Where is this? Oh, shh. Oh, you guys see something. You guys see something special. But secret. Yeah. Shh, shh. Yeah. But they'll have talkable hands. I'm getting toggleable hands. The only reason the arms aren't done on this one is because I have to. I think I still have to put them in. If I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're not gonna see the secret sketch, but yeah. My eyes are still the same. I updated my hair a little bit more. It's like softer. I got my $1 dice. Yay! Yeah. So a lot of it is just way softer. So here, let me just pull up comparison. So yeah, let me just. So you can kind of see like I like the rendering on my current model, like I really do, but at the same time, it being softer, I feel like would be better. It's also gonna be easier to rig it. This model is very easier to rig. I'm gonna get some wall hooks and cable clips to hang cables on my walls. Okay, nice. But yeah. But yeah, I just like the softer look. Also, my eye shape actually has changed into a more like doe, bigger. I have bigger eyes. I got my puffy cheeks. Cause yeah. What's in the, oh here. I also got new teeth. Here, let me just. I got new teeth. I know this looks terrifying, just hold on. I got new teeth, too. I got better teeth, they're shaded. I'm updating a lot of stuff. But yeah. Can I? No, I don't think I have it done. I also may be getting a new hairstyle as well. I'm debating on it. I'm still debating on whether or not I want it to have a new hairstyle or not, but yeah. So this is basically completed. I just need to separate it a little bit and do some separate. It basically just needs to be taken, separated, and all of that. Bald art, yeah. Maybe. Okay. Bald art one, maybe. But yeah. I do have it where this is like a base model. So the thing is what I was going to do is because there's actual stuff underneath this. There's actual legs and there's feeties under here. There's like feet toes. But I was like what I was going to do was rig the base dummy model and then just put this on top of it, but then I realized that would just cause more problems. So instead, what I'm going to do is just rig it all, because like technically each of my outfits do need their own like rigging in a way. It can't just be one for one. I wish it could, but I don't think it could really do that to an extreme amount. There's certain things I can, like, I can change the head, I can rig the entirety of the head, and maybe, like, the torso and arms to be the same, but yeah, that's the one thing that I don't understand about rigging, is, like, but you know what most people do, is, what they do is, they have it be that the outfits are toggleable, that just means that they basically have multiple outfits on the same model, but they like name it differently, so that then they can all have it in on one file, and then like everything else is already rigged, and you just need to go in and you rig those parts. But my computer can't handle that, so I can't do that. So I have to make each outfit their own individual model. Which does, in the long run, mean that there can be some problems that arise from it. Now, what I could do is basically make it like an update part of the model. So like some of the model gets updated, and then I just only have to take the parts that I need. But then it's like it's already like halfway rigged, and that you don't need to rig anymore. But at the same time, it's like it could cause problems. That's the one issue, is like the rigging is really hard, and it causes problems. So I wish I could remove the clothes, but I feel like it's going to end up in an issue if I do. This is space body. So here, let me just do this so it's like ghostly, so I can turn this off. But yeah, so here, you know what, George? Where are you, George? Just let me do this. George, you're gonna. There you go. There we go. Actually, George is George, just do that. All hail George. There you go. Again, this is an art piece, but at the same time, sometimes people get a little weird. So there you go. It's covered up. You happy, YouTube? Good. So I do have a base for the model, so it makes it easier to do things. But basically, I could take the base model, rig it, and then take the clothes and put it over, which is fine. But at the same time, it's like you could end up with problems because of the base rig. And yeah, I mean, the other thing is like if you update the art, so
stare respectfully or lose the eyes.
Exactly. Stare respectfully or you lose the eyes. But here, let me put the clothes back on. There you go, George. Thank you, George, for being our little censor. But yeah, that's the one bad part about modeling, is like you could, if the person has enough power to be able to have multiple outfits, then yeah, I would just do it all in one. But honestly, it can lead to some problems. And I know because I tried to do some rigging stuff and I was like, oh, well, I already have this all rigged, well, I'll just do this, and then it ended up being a very big problem. But I could just like dual hand certain things and it should be fine. For example, I can rig the entirety of the head and then, have all the head rig basically done. So like all the hair movement, all the blinking, mouth movements, all of that, and then technically kind of have somewhat of all the head done so it can move on its own, and then just the Z, so like when it does the head tilt, that would have to be done uniquely to each piece. But again, it's also the art mesh and all of that sort of stuff, so it just causes problems. trying to do multiple outfits. And I don't know how some people do multiple outfits on one model. Because whoever can, just, I applaud them. I do applaud them for that. Because me, I can't figure it out. And the other thing is, nobody talks about it. I think it's just because, like, most people, when they get, like, a new outfit, they just get a whole new model. So they just make it a whole new model, not a new outfit, they just do a model. So they go to a different modeler and they get a full model with an outfit instead of going back to the original modeler and getting another outfit. And I think it's just because of this problem. But yeah. Anyways, so learn this from Doru. What do you mean you learn what? This is not the super secret sketch. I'm just showing the sketch. This is what the updated God outfit is gonna look like. And as you can see, this is gonna move a lot differently than the other model. To get Nikki for a costume, to get Nikki Modi for a costume change. Yeah. So like a naked model is like great because then, you know, if you need like certain parts that are supposed to be open and things. But again, the issue does come in about doing the model. Because the thing is if you come back and you get the model done by them, the thing is that how that model or how that outfit moves is going to be different, and trying to update, like, you could do it as updating the file. So basically you have a Photoshop file, you bring in that file and it has like one outfit, and then they're like, hey, I want to do another outfit. So you make the file, you do all the separation, you name it all respectively, and then you can save it to the same Photoshop file, and then you can actually go in Clip Studio and say update file, and it will update it and it will put in the new stuff. But the thing is that there's a possibility it could break everything else. So you have to be careful with that. Now, if you're just doing the clothes, like for example, like the clothes and the body is separated. So if I only just bring in the clothes and none of the body stuff, like, it shouldn't break. But the other thing is that there's certain things that are named the same in my casual outfit that is also named the same that'll be in my God outfit. So that's where some of the problem will lie. Because if things are named exactly the same, it doesn't matter if it's in a different folder or not, it will try to overwrite it, and then you get problems. That's why I want to do this offline, to try and like play around with it a little bit more, to see like how I can basically update it without breaking anything, so that then most of the stuff will already be moving and done, and then I just have to add and change things if I need to. Because then I'd be able to do multiple outfits and I would know how to do it, so if you guys came back for an outfit change, then I could be able to do it. Because I learned how to. But yeah, it does make it difficult because most of the bigger ticket items nobody in Live 2D really talks about. For example, how do you make multiple outfits for multiple characters? And you want to know what most people do? It's like, oh, well, that's just a mesh change. And like, yeah, it's just a mesh change. You're updating the mesh. But at the same time, you would have to rebuild that mesh. Because if it's too crazy, you're going to have to rebuild it. So it's like... It's so stupid. that's a good way to talk about it. It's very stupid. Because I'm like, well, what if a person comes back to me about it? About wanting to get another outfit. Oh, what's this one? What's in here? Oh, this is the head. But yeah, so I mean my fingers. Oh. Oh. What? Wait. Oh wait, what the heck? Why did Mix It Up not fucking load? Hold on. Mix It Up logged out? Are you fucking kidding me? I had Mix It Up bot on here earlier. What the fuck? Hold on. Mix It Up bot was just decided to end its life, and so I have to reopen it. There we go. Now it's working. Here, let me. There we go. But yeah, so there's a lot of difficulties with making a model that and there's certain things that nobody freaking talks about, and it really is really hard because it's like, so you want me to suffer? And you might be like, well, can't you just go into Discords and stuff and learn this stuff? Where? They don't talk about it in their Discords. They don't. I'm going to be honest. Most of the times, they don't answer it. Or if they do, it's very complicated, and I'm just like, can you give me like a simple answer about how to do it? And almost all the time, the simple answer is like, oh, well, it's just a mesh change. It's just a mesh change. And I'm like, yeah, it's updating the mesh, but that does mean you have to re-rig it. Is there a different, easier way to do that where it doesn't cause a breaking of the model? And almost no one can answer it correctly. Because, like, because, like, updating the mesh is really a butt. It's not really a butt in the sense of, like, it's just bad. It's more of, like, a butt in the sense of, like, again, things can break. And that's why it's easier just to make them as multiple different models. The other thing is like, an outfit change, if you make it, like, all on the same model, Mix It Up bot will not, like, sometimes be able to toggle it correctly. So you have to be careful with that too. Mix It Up bot does better when you just have it be a model toggle than be something toggleable. Well, I mean, it's not that bad to toggle it, but it's like, I want to know the answer and no one's giving me the answers to the questions. From my experience breaking character creators, I would imagine that to be very butt. Yes, it is a butt. When we go into probably doing some live 2D work for George here, I can show you, like, there's a way to update the Photoshop file, but at the same time, it can break the model. So you have to, like, basically make sure that you have nothing named. So one thing I've noticed that people do is they just basically don't name anything so that then you don't get problems. But I like to name everything so I know what I'm working on. But then that can cause a problem. That's not what I want.
I'm so pretty in my tutu. Say it alright, break a bone.
You are very pretty in your tutu, George. Yes, you are. You do have a very pretty little tutu. Everyone say that George has a pretty tutu, or George will break everybody's bones. Right, George? We don't want you. We don't want people with broken bones. So you better type it fast. I don't wanna. George, someone's rising up against you. Oh. Oh. Did you save up to show off my god model, Fox? Here, let me orient myself a little bit better. But yeah, I have like, again, I have different models. But the other thing is like, so you want to know how I did the two different models, like how I did them? Oh, hi George. George has also gone God mode. I will say though that George now cannot talk. For some reason, this is still broken and it doesn't work right. I don't know why the text-to-speech bot does not work with George in this mode. It's very funny. I find it quite hilarious that George's not able to talk in this mode. I have to figure out how to fix that. Oh wait, I forgot to do this. There we go. But yes, we're both God mode. I will say when I was first making George, George was lighter skinned, but I decided to make them darker skinned because I was like, it makes more sense because George is a frog and they would jump around in puddles and stuff. The other thing is like I don't know. I just wanted more variety. If you're a character person, make sure that your characters have more variety than just white European. Also just because, like, I don't know. I will say George does look better with her darker skin tone. So long as you're being authentic. Yeah, like, yeah. I just, like, because George's original design, I made them white, but I was like, their white skin really bleaches. It doesn't look good with the green. So I was like, let me go for a darker skin tone, and it matched better. Sometimes you just gotta, you gotta change a lot of different things up. Fair enough, guys. Free from ethnic, this and that. Well, technically, George is a god, so they could change. Honestly, I was half wanting to make George's skin color just like an unnatural color, like green or something. Like I was gonna actually have George be green, like George's skin color was going to be green, like the frog that they are, and maybe going in like cool like frog colors, rainbow ethnicity. Yeah, I mean like technically in the lore and everything, we don't have like skin tone ethnicity kind of thing. We have everybody everybody is our kind. It's just there's different cultures and ethnicities, but there's not race division. Pugma is fawn or blue. Yeah. I will say I do want to like create some comics for my lore, but at the same time, I do have this one issue that I hope that people aren't gonna do, which happens a lot in stories, which is, oh, well, this person is totally like this because of this, this, and that. Like, you know, we see like, oh, this person is totally like autistic coded because this person does this, this, and this. And it's like, unless I say that, like, don't assume it, you know? Unless, like, a person says that that's what it means and that you understood the assignment, don't assume as, like, readers that that's how it is. Like, George is a frog. Their backstory is that they are a frog. They are not any ethnicity. They are just a frog. Fan headcanons. Yeah, like, I don't hate headcanons because I have headcanons for, like, a lot of things. But it's like, there's some things that's like, okay, maybe that shouldn't be headcanon. And I honestly hope that race doesn't get into it because it's like, guys, I'm just making a story about things that are happening. Please don't make this a race thing. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, you're making it a race thing because you're asking us not to. And I'm like, no, don't make it about race because that's not the point of the story that I'm trying to write. Yeah, there is that. It's just more of like, people put this is how it is. People put their own beliefs and things into headcanons, or like they take reality struggles and put it into stories that have nothing to do about, like, my world of Telvan is not Earth. It does not go through the same histories as Earth. It does not go through the same situations as Earth. Do not connect the troubles and problems of Earth to the troubles and problems of this fantasy world off in the distance that doesn't even exist. I know this is a heated topic, but I personally think that you can have your headcanons, you can have your fun, but once it starts getting into problematic areas that the author did not intend for, that's where you get into problems and situations. It's like, unless the writer, like, outright says, like, oh yeah, you got the situation that I was trying to say. Yeah. And honestly, I will be writing my story, and there is a character in there that I know that people are going to be like, oh, this person is totally black. They're, like, so black. I'm like, no, they're not. Technically, there's no black characters, but technically there's no white characters. Telvans are their own race. They're their own people. George is just a god that has dark skin. That's it. If you want a character that has darker skin, your character can have darker skin. If you want a character that has whiter skin, you can have a character that's whiter skin. If their skin does not have a point to their entire thing, headcanon people shouldn't make it the entire thing. Race does not have to be involved in everything. If you like a character, you like a character. If you enjoy a character, you enjoy a character. I have so many fun. Yeah, let's like... What about pink skin? You mean like a blobfish? Oh my gosh, I want to create a blobfish VTuber for shits and giggles. That reminds me of blobfish. I want to make a blobfish VTuber.
Not the exploded. So like the old sad. Wait, did you guys know that a blobfish, like how the pictures of the pink fleshy blobfish actually isn't how a blobfish looks like? It's just because people like grabbed it from 3,000 feet and shot it and brought it up like really quickly to the surface. So it got like, it basically bloated out, and that's why it looks like that. So the only reason it looks like that is because altitude changes. And it rose so fast that it ended up basically blowing out. And actually, that is how humans would look if airplanes were not pressurized. Brutal. Yes, it is. It is. You guys want to see an actual picture of a blobfish? Hold on, I actually have a picture of an actual blobfish. I saved it for funny things, but here. Oh, not copy the link address. I meant. Yeah, let me just show this really quickly. Where is this? This is a blobfish. I was going to Google it. Yeah, this is a blobfish. This is what they actually look like. Not the weird pink one that we have. This is an actual blobfish. But what I was thinking of doing is making a VTuber that has a hoodie that makes it look like the pink one, but then it's actually this. But it actually looks like this, so it's gonna be more silvers and grays, and then it just has like this pink hoodie. It's just a fish. It's just a regular fish. But yeah, the more you know, the more you know. It's just a fish. It's just a regular fish. It's just that people brought it to the surface way too quickly. So that's why it ended up looking like it does. Is because because it's brought up too fast. That would require one serious metal personality to do that. Honestly, yeah. It would just be probably a pre-made one. I was thinking about making like a few pre-made. I wear horrendous tragedy as clothing. Oh my gosh, yes. They would be wearing that. But as for you, Fox, with pink skin, yeah. Pink. That's why I I'm just a person that is like, as a VTuber model creator, I'm just like, you know what? I don't care what your skin tone is, what it is. I don't care what body shape you want. I will do it. At the end of the day, I'll do it. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll show you guys really quickly what I have as like things that you can ask for a VTuber model. In my commissions, it's really fun. I made them funny. I mean, not all of them are funny, but there's some that are kind of funny. All right, the boobs are separated, so I have to do each boob. That sounds wrong.
But yeah. Oh, not blow dodge. How long? There we go. And then now technically what I can do, let's do this. And I just realized. Then I don't have to shade the other boob. It'd be exactly the same. So you gotta use some cheats here and there. Alright, so this will be the dress, and then this is the regular skin. There you go. at home. Nuggets, boy, nuggies and fries. For those that don't know what I'm doing here, it's that's for highlighting and shading for native. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's because of that. No, do not duplicate it. The reason I'm doing this is so that then when they kind of turn a little bit, it adds a little bit of shading. It doesn't have to be that extreme, and I can get rid of it if I want to.
Don't like them putting chemicals in the water. They turn the freaking frost. Do you understand?
Oh my
Turn the
gosh!
freaking frost. Crap.
Hello, hello, welcome in, Vegas. Welcome in. Hi. I'm Art. Hello, unknown the pug. Thank you for the raid. Hold on, Jose brought friends. Oh my gosh, you did. Hello, welcome in. Here, hold on. Let me do my little spiel. We're currently working on a model, a live 2D model right now for George the Frog over here. And let me just quickly go over here. But yes, hello, welcome in raiders. I'm Art. I am a storm deity VTuber that is, besides just being a deity of storms, I also do art, and I'm also a gamer. My unofficial brother, who I was watching at the same time. Yeah. So I do a whole bunch of art, and here is a little bit of a sample of mostly art that I have done on stream or off stream. I've been changing up my art style a lot, and I really like it. So, but yeah, welcome in everyone. Yeah, well, I never usually expect raids. Thank you so much for the raid. Hold on, let's give you a shout out. I don't think my mod unfortunately does not have Wi-Fi right now, so let us do that. But yeah, so what were you playing? What were you doing? Oh, Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah. How far? Hold on, let me go over to stream real quickly. How far are you in Tears of the Kingdom? I don't know. I don't know what to say. I never usually know what to say. But yeah, how's Tears of the Kingdom intriguing you guys? I hope it's been good. If you do need to go and take a break, if any raiders do need to go and take a break, and after all that probably a really long, awesome stream, and yeah, Unknown the Pug, if you need to go and do some after stream care, definitely go and do that. And get some water, get some food if you need to, and get a real good stretch in when you need that. But yes, thank you. Thank you, Bug, for bringing in some more awesome, cool friends. Some more awesome little storms. Yeah. Anyways, without further ado, we're gonna be continuing on with making this model. The drabs of being a modeler. But yeah, we're just making this model for fun, just doing it for all the fun in the world. Actually, since you guys were playing Tears of the Kingdom, I know this is like a shameless plug. I actually have a few VTuber assets that I've made for people to like use, like free VTuber assets for people to use if they're streaming Tears of the Kingdom. I think it's it's up on my Ko-Fi, but yeah. I like how I got the yippee that was thrown at me too. I thought to change that. It's supposed to be like based on the number of people that follow that rated. That's how many things would be throwing at me, but I don't know. But yeah. But I do hope that you guys go and take that need break. Sometimes you guys need it. But yeah. So that'll be under here. Okay. And then I need to, besides, and this is already, okay. Yeah, let me label, oh, it's already labeled, good. That's already labeled. I think I need to go back in here and I need to like label everything, but also some things I might have to merge down later. Cause like, technically the arm will be merged down. Yeah. Depends what I want to do for what purpose. Also, I just noticed something over here. I don't know why this is doing this. That's strange. Okay. Well, now that's better. And actually, we're gonna be working on the arms, so... But yeah. stay with the blues. Stay with the blues. There you go. Okay. And then we gotta do some highlighting up here. Yeah. I think I need to look at more at how more people separate their models out in order to like, because I think the most important part when it comes to modeling and shading is just like trying to figure out like what when shading and making the model and shading it, it's like what can be merged down together into one layer. Like the hair can be merged down together in one layer, and then what are the things that you can't in order to make it like more believable highlighting and shading and all that sort of stuff. When you pick the wrong color. Trying to make this shading match. See, what some people do is they make the arm into a single piece and then they split it up, which does work to an extent, but at the same time there can be still problems like this. Or what I could do actually is make it so that this entire shaded part is to sometimes like this. And then I can separate it, fix little things, and then oh gosh, why do I forget where everything is? I will say most people just do very, very minimal highlighting and shading on all their stuff. What I miss? Pug brought in a raid. Oh, you did? Cool. Yeah, I know Luna's been sick for a while. And then Ray now can finally stream again. Twitch and mobile sucks. Yeah, now you... It does. It really does. They need to update the app, honestly. Sorry for raid and running. I had something, get something done ASAP. Her art is amazing. Oh yeah, sure. No, I completely understand. Sometimes
you know, you just gotta raid and you gotta dip. It's a-okay. That is 100% a-okay. Not sure if you said it was okay or not to share art with chat. Oh, what do you mean not sure if said it was okay? Yeah, we love pugs in this chat. But thanks. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, that is so adorable. Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. Yeah, let me exit out of here. Okay, I don't really do anything, but I'll just say save just in case. But thank you. Oh, that is adorable. Ask if it's okay to share the model I'm looking on with you. Oh, you can, yeah, you can share it. 10 out of 10 emotes, yeah. Yeah, you can share it with me. I'm okay with it, as long as you ask, yeah. But there we go, we got that done. And then for this, oh, thank you, Unknown, for welcome to the Little Storms. I hope that you have a welcome to the chaos. Here, let me see. Ooh, okay. I do like the coloring. Like the colors work. It looks good. Oh my gosh, like everybody's streaming. Everybody's streaming. Ah. I got all the notifications. I gotta mark it as red. You gotta love when the colors come together. But yeah. Alright. How long? Oh my gosh, we've been going for 3 hours. Now I'm remembering why I took a break from doing modeling. I think I understand to why I took a break. But I think I found a better way of how to get all the highlighting and shading rigged correctly. Because if I just clip it to the things that it's supposed to be clipped to, yeah, I think this will be way easier to do this. It's a space. Oh right, it's duplicated because yeah, it's duplicated. I forgot that I duplicated it. Oh, a stretch. Thank you for the stretch. I need a stretch. After going for now about 3 hours of doing this, yeah. I will say, for some unknown reason, my sternum has been really, really, tight and, like, hurts. If you don't know where your sternum is, it's like, if you know where, like, the little bumps on your neck are for your well, you go to your neck, you go down, and you feel like little bumps, and that's your clavicle. A little bit further down, that's your sternum right there. And for some unknown reason, my sternum has been really hurting. Like I stretch and everything and it still hurts and I don't know why it hurts so much. Honestly, I think it's just that I need to stretch it more. And yes, you can stretch your sternum. It seems weird, but you can do it. Because Jose, make it better. Honestly, yeah, I do need some massage. Oh, this one, it is split up, so I have to kind of do this like this. Work those tiny sock hands. Oh my gosh. Yes. He's gotta work them hands. Dang, that made me think of a video. Oh, what? Like, the... Oh my god, there's so many videos with, like, people wearing those itty-bitty tiny plastic tiny hands. There's so many funny videos out there in the world. Alright, go and share in Discord. Oh yeah, go and share in the Discord. Oh, for those that don't know, I do have a Discord. The pop-in? Oh! Oh, you mean like a chiropractor? Yeah. You're talking about chiropractics. Here, let's see what this means. What this means is. I'm gonna go in here. Oh. Oh, it's that. Yeah, I'm not gonna play that. Yay! Don't you love it when it gets back up to 60? Yeah, Jose's been having some Wi-Fi problems. For a while. But now they'll be able to do Tears of the Kingdom without having a problem. There we go.
Yeah. That'll make it look a little bit more convenient. Go. It was supposed to be a tutu. And tutus have a lot of frills. This is like a imitation tutu, honestly. But then again, you know, this character isn't really a ballerina. They're like again, George is a frog. George's actual backstory is that they are a freaking frog. So anyways, for this, you might be like, what am I doing? This is for the back. So when it goes up, this will be in the background. So then when the tutu raises up, you'll see this come down in the back a little bit. So this will be behind the legs. So I just haven't put it behind the legs yet. But I can actually do that later. And then this. Ribbit, yes. George is an actual frog. Actually, what on Twitter, like every once in a while, like would post up like a little story, accompanied by some art. Yeah, that's a little bit of George's backstory. Oh, because it's in the back, that's why. Yes. Oh. Uh-oh, Jose's saying, hear me out. We all know what that means. And if you don't, it's not good. I do alerts, but it's Korok speed. No! No, no. Put that away. Put that idea away. No, no, no. We're not doing those kinds of tier. We're not doing that in Legend of Zelda stuff. No. No. No.
We are not abusing the Koroks. We are not going to abuse the Koroks in my... When I get Tears of the Kingdom today, we're gonna be streaming it maybe on Wednesday, next week. Yeah, no, we're not abusing the Koroks. No. Yes, see, Koroks are friend-shaped. Koroks are friend-shaped. They should not be being abused. Ah, these are instruments. If I do make the alerts, I'm selling those. I gotta profit off the Koroks for everything. No! Don't do that. They're friends. They're friendly shaped. Why do you do that? Jose, if I pop into your stream and you're abusing Koroks, I'm leaving your stream. I'm going to be honest, I actually vehemently freaking hate it. And like everyone's making the whole thing of like, oh well, you know, they made me like find all 900 Koroks for golden poop, and I'm like, you guys chose to do that. You all chose. Yeah, it's like they all you chose to go and find those 900 Koroks. The game did not tell you to go and do that. They said you can do it. They didn't say you had to do it. So for those that are really butthurt about it, it's like, guys, you didn't have to do it. It's suggested. I'm happy I do not do that. Good. Because it actually, it's slightly pissing me off a little bit. Because I'm like, because everyone's making like the whole thing of like, oh, well, they made me do this. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And a lot of people are like saying like, oh, well, it's just so good fun in games. Shut up. It's not... You don't see me pulling up into a game and just murdering all the dogs, do you? Because that's what it feels like. Actually, the funny thing is someone made like a thing that was like, help the Koroks today, and it was like oh, I'm trying to remember. It was like one of those commercials for like helping dogs. You're like, you know, donate this much now in order to save these poor innocent creatures, and it was like for Koroks, and I was like, yes. Justice for Koroks. Hashtag justice for Koroks. You know what I want to do when I'm streaming Tears of the Kingdom? Find... I will be rating people that are streaming Tears of the Kingdom, but then what I want to do is if I see them abusing a Korok, I'm gonna be like, hashtag justice for Koroks, they did nothing wrong. Yeah, the other thing is it's just a waste of resources. You guys are literally wasting your resources on freaking Koroks. It's like you're spending all this time on hunting down. First off, you have to hunt all the Koroks with the bags on them, bring them all to a location, and then you have to set up all the mechanisms, and then you're using your special powers to use it on that instead of, I don't know, actually going and finding the stuff you need. It's... And then they run out of stuff, and I'm like, maybe you should have done, maybe you should have done other productive things besides torture poor innocent creatures. Koroks did nothing wrong. They gave you poop. See? Yeah. But if a rocket gets them across the Sky Islands, I'm using... Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. The only time I will accept it is if you're actually trying to help the Korok. If you are literally setting up things in order not to help the Korok, you're a monster. And actually, the funny thing is that did you know that you reveal a lot about yourself? I'll only torture them is practical or effective to get them. Honestly, true. Sometimes them Koroks are like far away, and you just gotta do what you gotta do in the end. And unfortunately, if I have to attach them to a rocket, I'm attaching them to a rocket, unfortunately. The funny thing is someone said, like, but the game is literally built to torture them. I'm like, you're not wrong, but at the same freaking time... But at the same time, that doesn't mean that you should just outright just torture them for torturing's sake. Jeez. That's not what the game is about. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I had to just smooth. I'm gonna do a Korok counter to see how many Koroks we yeet to their friends. Yeah, you know what? Have a Korok counter for helping them. Not for fucking yeeting them. All. Actually, the funny thing, there was one person that was trying to help and accidentally yeeted them, and they just saw, and they were just like, oh. I feel like I will drop some Koroks accidentally. Some of them may accidentally fall. But you will see, you will hear how sad I am in my freaking voice. Because I don't want to eat them, I want to help them. But I keep accidentally just throwing them off the edge. Because I'm dumb. I know that mostly it will be because I'm dumb and I don't know how to get them to their friends.
Where's the skirt?
Oh, look, that leg looks nice. And now all we got left to do do this. We just have to finish. We have to finish all the shading. And oh, they look like little George eyes, kind of. But yeah. I mean, that's the point of these anyways. Oh, not add. And this one is add.
Mother, let's do a conga line of all 100 Korok with backpacks as we make them travel across Hyrule Lord of the Rings style before returning them to their friends.
Oh my gosh. George. George, no, we're not gonna do that. No, we're not. I mean, that's not torturing them. We're just bringing them on a little bit of a longer journey. Going a little bit further than they probably would. Taking the Koroks to Death Mountain. Yeah, that way. Yeah, whatever. Cool. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Yeah. Oh my gosh, bring the Koroks all the way up to Death Mountain. Oh my goodness. I feel like you could accidentally plop them in Death Mountain though, is the problem. They may end up in Death Mountain, not to Death Mountain.
Hear me out. Korok asks us to be thrown at Shimus. Okay, yes. I can't agree. We're bring the yes. That should be a thing. My okay. You're gonna do Tears of the Kingdom, right? I might not come watch because I want to. I wanna figure it out all on my own. Really. Okay. Here we go. Hold on. What is this?
Wow. But I like George's smile. Oh yeah, George. Of course, little George has to have a small innocent smile. There is no innocence behind that. That small smile. Going to be honest. There we go. And then let's just clean the base. Oh, I'm gonna have to turn the side hair on. There we go. And my body. With this, we will be done. And then we can be able to rig it probably next week, or start rigging it.
There you go. Oh, you're doing Tabby? Good. Here we go. Alright. And with that, George is done. There might be some other things I'm gonna probably be fixing and things, but for the most part, yay. Yeah, yay. Yippee, I'm so tired. Now I remember why I don't like making models. Actually, let me pull mine up. Because I think with my model, I have it more simplistic shading. Like, very simplistic shading. Yeah, it is very simplistic shading. There's not much when it comes to the shading. And the reason being is just because I didn't want to do way too much shading. But honestly, I think it looks better without the immense amount of shading. Because, like, this is cool and all, but sometimes more simplistic shading is better. I guess it depends on what the model demands. Because this isn't gonna move very much, because I'm actually gonna rig it to not be... It's gonna, like, move, it's gonna be bouncy and all that, but what I mean is, like, move too much. I mean, like, there's not gonna be a whole lot of movement. It's not gonna be able to go, like, all the way over here in movement. Compared to, like, this one that is gonna be able to have a much more variation of movement. But yeah, but I did put some things in here so it can be able to move very, very well. But yeah. Anyways. Yee. Oh. We're finally done. Finally. The model is completed. And I just gotta go in and fix problems and stuff. Because there's definitely problems. Let me move on over. Hold on, let me save this as a JPEG before I forget. Yay, are buying Zelda. Yes, I am. I'm gonna be buying Zelda right after this. I'm probably gonna eat first, and then I'm gonna go. Let me know if they have any amiibos. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Anyways, without further ado, let's go and find if we can find somebody to raid. Let's see. There's a whole bunch of people, so we're gonna go and see. Alright, we got... Man, everyone's streaming Legend of Zelda. Pippin, Luna, Ray, the list goes on. Yeah, I know. Honestly, I just kind of found this person, but I You know, because Luno is finally back, we're gonna raid Luno. That's what we're gonna do. So Jose, can we get the raid message going? But anyways, for I don't know. I'll just thank you. Everyone grab the raid. Oh my gosh, stop. Please, Jose, please do not do that while I'm trying to get the raid message. Oh great. Now this has popped up on my fucking hate this shit. Cause I gotta scroll up. Cause I'm trying to copy it and then you paste your shit and then it deselects it and now I've selected everything. And it's not very helpful. Anyways. We're gonna raid a channel. We're gonna go for oh, I put M instead of N. There we go. Alright, without further ado, I do want to say thank you all so much for watching. Unknown, if you're still here, Unknown the Pug, if you're still here, thank you for the raid. And without further ado, I want to say thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for your support. And if you're watching on YouTube, please leave a like, subscribe, you know, ring bell notification, whatever. And if you would like to support me and support the channel further, do go and check me out on Ko-Fi. And for those of you that don't know, I do have commissions open and available for you guys all to tap them. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm too tired. So anyways, without further ado, let's go and raid a good friend. And for those watching on YouTube, thank you. And without further ado, I want to say thank you all so much for watching. And as I always say, may the winds guide you. Until next time. Bye, everybody.